back to Expresso here on SABC3, your feel-good breakfast show. Now, it is World Hug Day, and we've been hugging all around, but what I want to know is, what is it about a hug that can take your, the way you feel from here to here? Yeah. Now, we've brought in the experts this morning, psychologist Dr. Helgo Schomer, and he's going to talk to us about the psychology behind something as simple as a hug.
Yeah.
Good morning, Dr. Helgo. How are you?
Good morning, good morning.
Good to have you here.
Yeah. How many hugs have you gathered today?
Wow,
Well, I
quite a
haven't had
few.
a lot, but this guy,
Wait,
sheesh.
was my hug that
He's
good?
racking it up. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I thought you were talking about my
Spectacular.
hug being so good, but I think people out there just think of it as a hug, and is that all it is, or are there actually physical and mental elements involved in hugging?
Huge.
Yeah.
Think about how we grow up as a child. When you're a baby, when you're a toddler, if you don't get touched, if you don't get held, if you don't get hugged,
Yeah.
your brain struggles to thrive.
So that's actually proven.
Yeah,
Research has been done.
We need it, we need it.
Wow.
So the more you get hugged and touched and held, the better the development. And then when we grow up, later on, hugs are associated to, I'm welcome, I'm accepted. But there's far more.
Yeah.
There's far more. For instance, when you hug and you get a good hug, ask first, don't impose it.
Yeah.
When you ask and you get a good hug, your blood pressure goes down, your heart rate goes down. It is relaxation. It is just letting go and feeling good.
Yeah.
So there's a physiological effect. There's a huge psychological effect. The dopamine release in the brain during a hug is fantastic.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean it carries on.
Yeah.
You just gotta keep on holding.
I know,
Keep on
just
holding.
for that little
I'm
bit.
happy, yeah.
That's awesome. Now, there are some people who really love hugs, and there are some people who don't love hugs. Is
Yes.
it a mental thing?
It's not a mental thing, it's how you grow up.
Yeah.
What is the cultural norm?
Yeah,
Number
yeah.
one, what's the family
Yeah.
ritual? And some hug, some don't. And in my family, for instance, we hug, the men even kiss cheeks.
Yeah, yeah.
So each and every culture has a different side.
Okay.
This is acceptable, this is unacceptable.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're breaking barriers. I mean, South Africa, look at all the cultures here. And it's good to get a hug. Once men, I mean, that thing was fantastic. That
Oh,
was
did you like
really-
our bro hug?
Loved it, loved it.
That's
Okay,
awesome.
Now,
alright.
not many will be able to copy that. There's
That's
a
the thing.
simpler
It's gotta
hug,
be.
yeah.
It's gotta be. We still need like a trademark name for it. But it's actually
That's it.
very interesting what you mentioned there. That it's about what's accepted in the family. Like, for instance, I mean, I hug my mom and I hug my grandma. But
Yeah.
my granddad and I, we haven't hugged like all my life long until very recently. Now the
Yeah.
fact that I don't see him in such a long time, so
Yeah.
when I see him, I have this instinct to go, oh wow, and then I go in
Yes.
for the hug.
Yeah.
But then he's still very awkward and wants to go in for the handshake, and then we have that moment of. I'm like, Granddad, relax.
It doesn't gel yet. It's
Yeah.
what you condition into.
Yeah.
I mean, years and years and years. This is the ritual. This is how we greet. And all of a sudden, somebody offers a little bit more.
Yeah.
A hug is a little bit more. It means I totally accept you. Think of the areas of your body you are allowing somebody to touch and somebody is not allowed to touch.
Yeah.
Family, I'm opening myself up. Trust,
Yeah.
acceptance, closeness, welcome.
Wow.
And now today on Hug Day, be careful when you approach a stranger. You've got to ask, may I give you a
May
hug?
I give you a hug?
But there are two sides of a hug. Hug for welcome.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's also a hug when a person is distressed.
Yeah.
When people are in pain, when they are suffering, when they had loss.
Yeah.
Go to a funeral. And
Wow.
you see somebody holding somebody, it
Yeah.
distresses that person. It says, we are here for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the being here for you is fantastic.
I understand that, because I think context also plays a massive role in the
Yep.
kind of hug that you give someone as well. Like you said, at a
Yeah.
funeral, it's not going to be seen as awkward or negative for two guys to be hugging, but really, really
Yes.
just holding on for a while, because you're actually giving comfort more than anything else.
That's it. That's the word, comfort.
Question though, can a hug be bad for you? Like, is there a kind of hug that's bad for you? Like, I know I've had awkward hugs where someone hugs you and then they just really grab on so tightly you feel like your ribs are about to break or something. Can it be bad at all?
That's kind of unacceptable. But I mean, men to men, we learning to hug. But for a woman, if your hands stay around her shoulder, that's acceptable. If they go lower down, that's a different agenda.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, indeed.
So a hug can mean many things. Stay in the acceptable realm and always ask and see that your hands are in acceptable areas, none of the intimate areas, and then it's okay. But
Yeah.
comfort is, I like that word.
Yeah.
And always,
I'm going to go for hugs just now.
always go for the person's right shoulder, because if you go the other direction, it could be very, very
Yeah.
awkward. Imagine having
Yeah.
that little
Yeah.
moment of,
Yeah.
That's right.
I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing right now.
I like that. But we sense each other, don't we?
We do.
Yeah.
And it is that sensing, how far is that person doing and how far am I allowed to do? You've got to have your senses on. Without our senses, without our nerve cells, it's gonna go wrong.
Yeah,
Very true,
yeah.
very
But I
true.
like where we are as a country. I'm glad that we don't have to go to a cuddle cafe to get a hug.
yes.
That we as
Oh,
South
my
Africans
word.
can just, put a hand around somebody and hug
I like that. I like that, man. Anyway.
I'm sitting in the wrong place.
Well, they get their hug on.
I'm sitting in the wrong
Dudes,
place.
what's going on there in the kitchen, guys?